What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon. NBA DFS video for Saturday, December 14th. We are back with a two-game slate. So, obviously, this NBA Cup has really changed it up, what we're kind of used to outside of last year, where I think it was just called an in-season tournament. So, we have two games today, which, okay, we'll go with that. And then we have, I believe, 7 games on Sunday and a couple games Monday. And then Tuesday, I think, is the championship. Wednesday, Thursday, I believe, are no games, or Wednesdays at least no games. And then we'll start to get back into the swing of things. So if you've never been to the channel before, welcome to the channel. We do have giveaways every single day. Here's how to win. First way, like this video, be a subscriber, and leave a comment on the video. If the video gets at least 50 likes, you'll have a chance to win a free week of FTA+. That's a week of every sport, not just NBA. If the video gets at least 100 likes, you have a chance at a free month, 150 likes, a free year, 200 or more likes on this video, a chance at a $500 lifetime pass. Second way to win, somewhere in this video, I will say a keyword or key phrase. Listen for that, type it in, and you have a chance to win a free week of FTA+. Now, technically, you could win both of them. Yesterday's video did not get 50 likes, but we did have a keyword, which was mushroom, because when I started drinking mushroom coffee, and it's a game changer in my mind. So, we're only going to have a giveaway for anyone who used the code or the keyword of mushroom or something like that. So, we are going to roll this, and we'll see who it is. Loco Nomad 2070. Mushroom coffee doesn't sound great. I'm not a mushroom fan, but if you want to have it, have at it. It's actually not too bad. You can't really taste the mushroom. But congratulations. I believe this might be the first time you've won, Loco. So all I need you to do is email me. So dfshelp1@gmail.com. That's dfshelp1@gmail.com. And let me know if you have a username on the website. If you do not, we'll get you set up. I need a username and an email, and we'll get you set up. So make sure you check out all the content we have. So we already have the top 5 Week 15 NFL stacks. That is already live. I will link that at the end of this video. We'll also have the Sunday Night Football breakdown. That video is already filmed. Depending on when you watch this, it might already be out. And we are going to have the main slate breakdown for DraftKings and Fanduel and Yahoo. And we're going to build lineups on every single one of those. Got to check for that video. It's not out yet. So the third way to win is check out It's the History of YouTube channel. Every 50 subscribers that this channel gets, we're going to give away someone will have a chance to win a free month of FTA+. Every 50 subscribers up to 500. So if you can, go check out the videos. Go watch them. They're between 10 to 15 minutes long right now. Go watch them in their long form. Leave a comment. Check it out. Let us know what other subjects you guys would like to see. Every Sunday and Wednesday, new episodes will drop on It's the History of. So if you have not checked it out, go check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com and go check out It's the History of here on YouTube. So that being said, we are going to go through. Now, usually, if you guys have been here, we go through 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position if there are at least 5 games on the slate. There's only 2 games, so this should be a quick video. We're going to go through some of our projections. Then we're going to build a DraftKings lineup, a FanDuel lineup, and a Yahoo lineup. So if you have not already, buckle up. These are through 10,000 simulations, so there's not a ton to go over, but we do 20,000 simulations a day. These are the first 10,000 simulations in the early projections with not a ton of big names projected out. I think we're going to see a lot of people play, but there's not a lot to go over in this video. So let's just start at the point guard position. We got SGA, Shea Alexander. We've got SGA here going up against Houston. 50 fantasy points is what I'm looking at right now. I've got him 14th DVP, so it's in middle of the road there for DVP, but it's still a great matchup there. Trae Young is questionable if he plays. Got him projected right around 45 to 50 fantasy points, 27th DVP against Milwaukee. Damian Lillard, 43 fantasy points, 29th DVP against Atlanta. Fred VanVleet, 34 fantasy points, 3rd DVP, so not the best matchup for him. And at the end of this, we'll look at some of the value plays. just overall value plays, not necessarily just from each position. So moving to shoot guard, we got Daniels here, right around 31 fantasy points, 31 to 34, 22nd DVP. We got Jalen Green, 30 fantasy points, 15 DVP, so right in the middle. Chris Middleton, who is questionable, got him right around 28 to 30 fantasy points, but he's got a great matchup, 28 DVP for Middleton. Amen Thompson, 27 to 30 fantasy points himself, going up against OKC, 15 DVP. Bojan Bojanovic here, it's got the questionable tag, but it is probable now. 22 to 25 fantasy points, 22nd DVP against Milwaukee. And then, a little bit lower, Lou Dort, 21 to 24 fantasy points going up against Houston, 11th DVP out of Lou Dort against the position. Now we move to the small forward. We've got, and looking at this, not a ton, but DeAndre Hunter. So if we look at Hunter questionable tag, game log wise, played 29 minutes. It's been there. So currently, he's probable. I think the majority of these guys will play. We got Hunter at 27 fantasy points, Tari Eason at 24 with 19 DVP against the position. A little bit lower, Dylan Brooks, 21 to 24 fantasy points, 19th DVP. Zachariah Richer, we're looking at 18 to 22 fantasy points, 20th DVP out of him. Not a ton of small forward picks here, which is kind of crazy. The majority of the multi-eligibility, we've already used them at other positions. Top dog here is Giannis, and we've got questionable, but is it probable? Yeah. So Giannis is probable. Wouldn't look at past him there. I think he's going to be the highest owned person on this slate because he's the biggest stud on this slate that are out there. He's expensive, but with this value that we can find, we should be pretty good to go. We've got Jalen Williams, second, about 42 to 45 fantasy points, 12 DVP against Houston. Then we look at a little bit lower, Bobby Portis going up against Atlanta, 27 to 30 fantasy points, 23rd DVP. Jabari Smith Jr. going up against OKC, 25 fantasy points is the projection, early projection. Second DVP, so not the best DVP for him. And then you can go a little bit lower. You go Larry Nance Jr. against Milwaukee, 16 fantasy points, third DVP, so not the most ideal spot if you wanted to look at Larry Nance Jr. Then we move to the center position. Again, if you're going to use Giannis, I get that, power forward center. I get that. He's at the top. You want to come down a little bit? Alperen Sengun here, 43 to 48 fantasy point range, 14 DVP against OKC. Isaiah Hartenstein, 34 to 37 fantasy points, 6th DVP there. Clint Capella against Milwaukee, 26 to 28 fantasy points. We got him at 9th DVP against position, so not the best position. You go a little bit lower. Brook Lopez, 24 fantasy points, 3rd DVP. Onyeka Okongwu, about 24 fantasy points, or 22 to 24 fantasy points, about 9th DVP out of him. So those are the positions. Now, if you're looking overall value plays today, there's not a ton as of now. You could be looking at Cason Wallace against Houston, about 20 fantasy points. You can use him for point guard or shooting guard, 14 DVP out of him. Again, dispel a little bit of SGA, depending. Okongwu is in a good spot, like we talked about. Dylan Brooks is in a good spot. You want to go even lower. Alex Caruso against Houston, 11th DVP, 18 to 22 fantasy points. You could look a little bit at him. Gary Trent Jr. going up against Atlanta, 17 to 22 fantasy points, 28 DVP for Gary Trent Jr. You got Isaiah Joe, about 16 fantasy points, 11th DVP. Aaron Wiggins against Houston, about 15 to 18 fantasy points, 2nd DVP. So not a ton. I don't think you're going to see a lot of differentiation in these lineups with 2 games, but I wanted to bring this to you just to kind of help you guys out just a little bit. Now, we're going to build a boomer bust lineup with all the questionable guys that are probable. We should be good to go. All the lineups we always build are GPP or tournament lineups. We don't build cash here because a lot of things can happen. So these are obviously very early projections, 10,000 simulations. things can and will change. A lot of like some of these questionable guys who it says probable, maybe they tweak something in warm-ups or morning practice or something like that. You never know. So we'll look at that. And yeah, we'll go with that. So Casey Wallace, another one. Again, very boomer bust lineup. Got a lot of questionable. Literally half of our lineup there has the questionable tag, but most of them, if not all of them, will play because again, that's in the NBA Cup and they're trying to win a championship. So that's your DraftKings lineup we built right here. I have already built a FanDuel lineup going from Damian Lillard, Fred VanVleet, Bojanovic, Dyson Daniels, Chris Middleton, got Jalen Williams, Jabari Smith, Larry Nance Jr., and Alperen Sengun is there for you on FanDuel. And then Yahoo's a little bit different. Not a lot of you play Yahoo. Pricing's a little bit different, but we paid down for Casey Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, Taurean Prince. Paid up, obviously, for Giannis, Sengun. Mid-tier for Tariq Eason, Okongwu there as well. So that is what we've got. Not a huge video today, guys. It is a Saturday. Be on the lookout for MMA content. We're going to get that out for you. We've got the projections. We've got the lineups. We've got the cheat sheet. We've also got the simulations coming out. I'm going to wait a little bit just because I believe it's like a 5 or 6 p.m. game or start time, right? 6 p.m. So we've got all day kind of waiting. Now, these are the ones where when it's this late, some of the fighters will miss weight or withdraw from the fight. And I don't want to get screwed over. So we'll wait a little bit, but we'll get you guys that out there. So be on the lookout for all of that content. Go check out FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. You guys can sign up for a weekly pass for $10, a monthly pass normally $29.99, but if you use the promo code Black Friday, you will get it for $15 for your first month. If you want the yearly pass, normally $199, but you can get it for $74.99 using the promo code NBA is back. So that's what we've got. The free link to our Discord, which is an absolutely free Discord, is down below. Come in there, check us out. We've got some core plays that we like to use there as well. So a lot of things going on, sports betting, DFS, whatever it is. We're very excited to have you. Just if you found the video randomly tonight, hopefully you're on the way to winning. So whether or not you're winning DFS, whether or not you're winning in sports betting, whether or not you're winning some of our giveaways, make sure you check everything else out. That's what I've got in this video. Make sure you check out what I tag you here at the end of the video. Good luck, and as always, let's bring them some bacon. Peace.